It is my privilege today to introduce to you our guest speaker, Dr. Bakshi. Dr. Bakshi holds a PhD in chemical engineering. He joined the University of Saskatchewan and achieved a full professorship in 1974. He is now retired and has moved in Toronto to be close to his children. Dr. Bakshi has published numerous papers in his subject, and his work has been recognized by his profession and the wider academic community in the Best Paper Award in 1990 and as a Fellow of the Chemical Institute of Canada. Dr. Bakshi has been our guest on many occasions over the years. He also founded the Vedanta Society of Saskatchewan. Today's subject of the talk is Art of Living.
Essentially, this title, Art of Living, appears to be kind of a catchy title for a Vedanta talk. However, that is the beauty and power of Vedanta. No aspect of life is beyond its ken. We have all heard of these three words, yoga, bhoga, and roga. If we forget the yoga, and concentrating only on bhoga. Bhoga means sensitive pleasures. Roga, which is disease, will follow automatically. Cannot avoid. On the other hand, if insert yoga in there, then you can have bhoga, enjoyment, as well as prevent the roga. So that is the beauty of this word yoga. And essentially it has a lot to do with art of living, and we'll come to that in a couple of minutes. So usually when you say art of living is meant, how should we live so that one is successful, various scenarios, various aspects of life, as well as prosperous. However, the scope of Vedanta is much more comprehensive. And broader than that. Not only, and this is the beauty and the strength of it, not only it covers the extent of life, how should we live, be successful, and so on and so forth, but in addition, it also includes the spiritual unfoldment towards the goal of life, that is realization of one's own divine nature, one's own divinity. It doesn't come from outside, one's own divinity. What do I mean by that? And here again, I quote Swamiji, Swami Vivekananda. He said, fundamentally, Maya, for each one of us, true nature is divine. And the purpose of life is to express this divinity, which is already in me. So if that is what life is, successful, being prosperous is only part of that. So how do we achieve both these goals? By living the world in such a way that each experience of life propels us towards the goal supreme, that is the realization of one's true divinity, while living a fulfilled life. Life is not negative, and that is what I mean by art of living. Gita, Bhagavad Gita, is a condensation of the total philosophy of the Vedanta. And I'm sure we are aware of that verse in the Dhyan shlokas of the Gita, where Vyasa is saying that the Upanishads are just like cows. Upanishadu gavo, dogda gopalananda. Gopalananda, Krishna, is the milker of these cows. And of course, the amrita, the milk which comes out of these Upanishads, which is the Bhagavad Gita. So, in 702 verses, we should be aware that the Gita does not negate the enjoyments of life. as a matter of fact, earth, the goal, one object of life, the desired object of life. It means all kind of monetary, economic desires, activities, and so on and so forth. Social welfare desires, and karma, which is the desires of the senses, desires of the mind, whatever you're looking for, are two purusharthas, desirable objectives of the Vedanta. It just stipulates again, and I keep on sort of repeating that, because that usually seems to be absent. We get so bogged down in our usual activities that we seem to forget the spiritual aspect of it. And that's where the Vedanta says that, and that's what Gita is telling us again and again, that it just stipulates that each action in life should be based on dharma, right conduct, and thus taking us towards the goal supreme. The individual evolves from animal man, this is how the progress takes place, evolves from the animal man, man or human man, and ultimately a God man. When I say man, women are included in that too. So, now what this means is that all socio-economic welfare activities, whatever we are looking at from that point of view, has been termed in Sanskrit, the word is abhyudaya, which takes into account all our activities as human beings. And all those activities should be performed by keeping the spiritual goal always of self-realization always in mind, and that is called nishresa. You may have heard that, read that, quite common, two words, abhyudaya and nishresa. And thus the title of talk, Art of Living. It signifies the process of living such that both the goals of abhyudaya and nishresa can be achieved. This is the beauty and power of the Gita, and it's a very profound and unique contribution of Krishna. As far as I'm aware, nobody had explained Vedanta in such a practical way before Sri Krishna. It was there, but he presented it in such a way that it is applicable to our day-to-day life. This powerful message of Gita is both universal and timeless, and Swami Ranganathanandaji calls it an eternal message for changing society. It is everybody, no matter who you are, where you are, and what do you do for a living. How did I arrive at this particular title? Essentially, it comes from the second chapter of the Gita, in verse 50. And towards the end, Bhagavan is describing the word what yoga is, and the definition of the yoga is yoga karmasu kaushal. This is my own journey as well, journey of discovery of various pearls of wisdom. I have read this term, yoga, karma supposam, I don't know how many times. And every time, somehow, it just kept on popping up in my head and saying, look at me. And I kept on ignoring it, but I could ignore it. And ultimately, I had my aha moment of what really this yoga, karma supposam is. And that is what the art of living is, and that is the subject matter of today's talk. So whether you call it art of living, or whether you call it yoga karma supposam, to me, they're the same thing. And if we can literally translate what yoga karma supposam means, literal translation is yoga. Yoga, the definition is, it is karma, all the actions, how you act, done in kaushal, is efficiently, skillfully, and with dexterity. That's what it means. So superficially, nothing wrong with that. I mean, whatever work I do it diligently, skillfully, efficiently. But then you have to ask yourself, is that all what you do? There must be something more to that. And that is which bugged me, and it took me 6 to 8 months to understand. So, bear with me. So, in my opinion, this is a very profound statement of Bhagavan. It is as if He, the Lord, has condensed His universal and eternal message of the Gita in just 3 words. If we understand these 3 words fully, and if we practice that in our life, the way I look at it is, nothing more needs to be done. Everything else must follow automatically in due course of time. So, it provides us with a practical and very beneficial philosophy of life which allows us a fulfilled and joyous life as well as reaching the final goal. Now, in order to understand that, we have to understand what these 3 words mean. And personally, in my other professional life as well, I'm very stickler as far as the definition of every word is concerned. I may say something, it means something to me, and it may something different to somebody else. So when we talk with each other, we are not talking with each other, we're talking at each other. Understanding just doesn't develop. So what do these 3 words mean? So let's start with the word yoga. Just remember there are 3 words. Yoga, karma, kaushala. What is karma? Let's take the karma first. How do you perform an action in an ideal manner? There are very many means, and no matter what the action you are, but the spirit with which you perform this action. So Bhagavan has given us the guidance of how any action should be performed. So this is the ideal way. And we should remember again that it is an ideal way, and I may not be able to do it today, but what should I do that I will be able to do it in some future time? So let's not worry about that it's ideal, and usually this is what happens. Oh, it's too difficult, it's impossible, I can't do it, it's useless. No. But we got to know what the ideal is. So let's know what the ideal way of doing the karma is. And again, you go back to Gita, in verse 47, second chapter, that very famous, very beautiful verse. Karmanye vadikaraste ma puleshu tadachana. Your right is to work only, but never to the fruits thereof. Difficult to accept that, but that's what Bhagavan says. May you not be motivated by the fruits of action, nor your attachment towards inaction. In other words, don't be lazy. So, let's expand on this, what Bhagavan has said. So, as if he's saying a few injunctions involved in it. The very first one is that once we have planned out carefully the course of action, we should start carrying out those plans. While doing so, the focus should be on the action alone. We shouldn't be thinking, oh, what might happen here, what might happen there, but the focus is at that time how best to do whatever I'm doing. The results will take care of by themselves, but the doer, the performer, is neither elated by success nor dejected by failure. The action, the karma alone is its fulfillment. In case there are obstacles, the quality of enthusiasm and firm resolution provides the person more and more courage to face them all and continue striving towards the goal. Where do this enthusiasm and firm resolution come from? See, this is where the word yoga is. If we have that yoga spirit in us, and I'll talk about it a little later, then automatically this enthusiasm and firm resolution will come. But if we do not have that yoga spirit, we'll fall short. Whatever resolution you make, like our New Year's resolutions, they stay there for a few weeks and after that get back to normal nature. That's exactly what happens. So yoga is very important. Now this is the secret of all success as well. If all the steps in performing a task are done to the best of one's ability and with full attention and thoroughness and with enthusiasm, it greatly improves the chances of success. How will success not come? When we put in all this type of effort. The second injunction is that the fruits of the work should not be the motivation for work. Our concern is the action alone. Do not strive the mind, dissipated with anxieties and fears of fruits. Bring your best to the present, and the future shall take care of itself. One should not entertain the motives of gaining a fixed fruit for a given action, as the selfishness is absent. The action being carried out becomes an inspired action, and the whole work becomes enlightened work. Such actions greatly benefit the humanity. So, focus is on the work, and we are doing it without claiming any ownership. No selfishness is involved. Remember, I'm talking how to perform an action ideally. So this is how it is. Gita calls such unselfish actions as yajna. Yajna simply means sacrifice. Why? Because no selfishness is involved. So therefore it is yajna. As the actions are performed in the spirit of renunciation, there is absence of egocentric desires. The higher self, the God-man, in one becomes manifested more and more. Because I'm not claiming I am doing it. Whatever that divinity is getting it done. So slowly and gradually that expresses themselves. Therefore the ideal is to convert one's life to the life of yajna. And in the scriptures equated yajna as Vishnu himself. You must have read this very famous little line. Yajna vai Vishnu. Yajna is verily Vishnu. Vishnu is Brahma. Also in the Gita, in the 3rd chapter, verse 15, for example, Bhagavan says, Tasma sarvagatam brahma nityam yajne prasthita. Therefore, all pervading Brahman, Godhood himself, is ever established in yajna. Because there is no selfishness involved in that. And then there's another implication in this definition of the karma yoga. And that is that there are no attachments to the action. I'm just performing that action alone. All my energies are in doing that particular work. And Bhagavan says again, 3rd chapter, verse 19, Tasmat asaktaha satram karyam karma samachara asaktahi acharan karma param apnoti purusha. Therefore, always perform actions which should be done without attachment. For by performing actions without attachment, man verily attains supreme. And the next injunction which is involved in this is that we got to further sanctify. I'm not claiming any ownership. My ego is not involved in that, but I still have to sanctify. How do you do that? Connected with the big guy. So, this is done by surrendering all the actions to the Lord and simply becoming an instrument in His hands. Surrendering, and Bhagavan says in 3rd chapter, verse 30, surrendering all actions to me with the mind centered in the self, your own divine nature, divine self, and getting rid of hope and selfishness. Continue your work, continue fighting, free from mental fear, no ups and downs. There's nothing which disturbs the mind, just the focus is, I'm doing the work and I'm doing it for Him. And whatever has been done, just surrendering to God. This is how you give a spiritual twist to all our actions. See the methodology? This was not available before. It was buried into another somewhere. But Krishna has crystallized all these gems so that we can use it in our day-to-day life. Offer them at the feet of the Lord. And as Thakur used to say, to the Divine Mother, you are the operator and I am just the machine. And Bhagavan tells more or less the same words, and they come in this 11th chapter actually, verse 33. Nimit matram bhava sabyasachi. Arjuna, sabyasachi is the name, another name of Arjuna. He says, oh Arjuna, be merely an instrument in my hands. And this is what the flute is. What is flute is an empty flute, isn't it? Completely empty. No eagerness in it. And if my flute is empty, the music played by the Lord will be His music. So, beautiful music plays. Thus, by offering all action to the Lord, and therefore not claiming any ownership of the actions, no new vasanas, desires, or hankerings are created. In this way, all our actions are sanctified, and spiritual upliftment and unfoldment takes place, which over a period of time takes us to the goal supreme. And I'm sure most of you have heard of Professor Houston Smith. He used to teach at Syracuse and then California, I think. He has retired. I don't know whether he's still alive or not. If you'd have been in India, he would be called a sage. And he has summarized this thing very beautifully in one of the books which he has written, The World's Religion, page 57. Throw yourself in your work with everything you have. Only do so wisely. Wisely. In a way that will bring the highest rewards. And this wisely is what yoga is. We'll see in a minute. Learn the secret of work by which every movement can carry you Godwards, even while other things are being accomplished. And the example is like a wristwatch that winds itself as other duties are performed. So this is what is meant how to perform a karma, ideal karma or karma. Then the next word is kaushalam. Basically, kaushalam simply means, as I said, skillfulness in doing any action. One example that comes to my mind is that a dancer, he or she gives us various dancing routines, and it's in my count. What performance, how well she has done. But just imagine how much practice, how much knowledge, how much concentration go behind such a routine. So that is skillfulness in action. Similarly, if an action is performed guided by karma yoga, you remember all those injunctions are there? If all those injunctions are followed, then the action will automatically be done skillfully. You can't help it. You can't help it. Because those injunctions we understand and we follow them. So the karma yoga demands full enthusiasm, focus of attention. It is also being offered to God. And this is why when we eat food and we offer to the God, and you know that after that prasad I'm going to take, do you think you'll put something rotten in there? Or something bad in the food? You put the best ingredients in the food. Because we are thinking of Him, offering it to Him. So therefore, everything best I can think of, my best effort, the best intentions, I'll do. And then, whatever thing we are doing, it will have to come out skillfully, efficiently, and it takes that. You can't help it. It automatically follows. So, however, this efficiency, I'm talking going back to the dancer a little bit, is still at the material level. Here the word caution includes another extremely important aspect, and that is why I think Bhagavan has used this word karma yoga, and that is what I already said. And that factor is that all actions must advance us spiritually, because we offer it to the Lord, therefore the actions will advance automatically us towards spirituality. So when we, you remember when I said superficially, the word caution means, perform any action with efficiency. That alone is not enough. With that efficiency comes that it has to take us to the final goal. Spirituality enters into the picture too. That is also the goal. So all the actions, however skillful they are, must advance us spiritually, so that ultimately we reach the final goal. So that is what caution means. Both material efficiency as well as spiritual efficiency. Just imagine now we are done with two words out of the three. Karma, those four injunctions, and then the caution, God, the Lord automatically gets involved. You cannot, in other words, we have to have both the aspects, the material aspects as well as the spiritual aspects. So, now that we understand what karma is, the ideal method of performing actions, and what caution is, also both material efficiency and the spiritual efficiency, let's get back to the word yoga. And it is really to the key to the whole of the Gita, as well as what our words should talk about and review this one. Just let's look where does the word karma comes to. It comes in verse 47 in the second chapter. And just a few verses before that, Bhagavan is telling Arjuna, and this is, he explained to him the theory of the Sankhya. And I think that comes verse 38. And in 39, he tells him, I have told you this theory now, I'll tell you how to realize it, how to achieve all those things which I have talked to you from the theoretical point, that this is what are the characters of the Atman and so on and so forth. And in order to do that, I'll give you the yoga buddhi. After doing that, he never describes it, what yoga buddhi is. Karma yoga has been defined. Actually, there are 2 chapters right in Karma yoga. Dhyana yoga has been defined. There's a full 1 to 2 chapters in Dhyana yoga. Dhyana yoga, so many chapters are there. But there's no chapter on buddhi yoga. He just throws the word like that. And this, I've told you this even before, it kept on bugging me, but it took me 5-6 years before I understood what buddhi yoga is. So, but that is the key to the whole of the Gita. And essentially, if we understand that, the whole of Gita just falls into place automatically. Everything becomes so clear and simple and so. What I think from the academic point of view, many times you talk and then you say, okay, this is your assignment, go and do it. Bhagavan must have thought the same thing. But these people who want to learn Gita, I've given them enough, I talk too much, but let them do some homework. So he just left it for us to do the homework. Okay? So do the homework. Let's do the homework now. So what is meant by yoga? It's called buddhi yoga. It's also called yoga buddhi, or the word yoga buddhi has been used. So the words are buddhi and yoga. Usually we transfer the word buddhi as intellect in the English language. And I think it's The way I look at it is, it's not an exact translation, and I'll tell you the reason why, and we'll see that. Before any action takes place, no, the thing is, in order to understand what buddhi is, we have to understand how an action takes place, various steps which are involved in that. So, I'm going to describe how the various steps take place before an action is performed. Before any action takes place, the stimuli received through the senses are presented to the mind. However, the nature of the mind is that of indecision or doubt. Should I do this? Should I do that? What should I do? And so on and so forth. That is why it is called sanshayatmaka. In other words, I'm not clear, there is doubtful. The mind, by its nature, vacillates in between opposite thoughts. Next, all these things happen not in a fraction of a second, much quicker than that. Next, these vacillations of the mind are presented to another inner faculty called buddhi. And the function of this buddhi is to make the final decision. And that is why buddhi has been called, in Vedanta, called nishchayatmaka, that it has made the decision. If we are going to make the decision, the quality of this buddhi is very important. You know, some people make a decision, what kind of results come out. That is why, thus the quality of buddhi is extremely important. If the buddhi is not pure, that is, what do I mean by that? It is colored by negative qualities such as lust, anger, desire, ego, greed, attachment, jealousy, hatred, callousness, etc. If the buddhi is tinged with these negative qualities, then the final decision arrived at will cause unhappiness, misery, and disharmony. You can't avoid it. On the other hand, if buddhi is pure, that is, it possesses the characteristics of wisdom, discrimination between right and wrong, viveka, dispassion, which is vairagya, and the will and determination to pursue the right path. Many times it so happens that I know what is the right thing to do, but I don't have that gumption in me to carry out that particular decision. So that buddhi which has that power as well, the willpower, yes, that is the right thing. I shall carry out. Think of Gandhi or Nelson Mandela. What did they do? Exactly that. The final CNI. So if we have that type of a buddhi, pure buddhi, then the decision arrived at will bring justice, harmony, and peace, etc. Thus, it is the quality of the buddhi. By intellect, when I say I don't want to use the word intellect, to me, intellect simply means somebody smart intellect. But, and I might be wrong over there, I don't think so, but to me, that characteristics of, if you want to call it intellect, which has that purity in it, also enter into the picture. Thus, it is the quality of the buddhi which determines the decision made is right, beneficial, and wholesome, and purer the buddhi is, better it is equipped to arrive at the right decision. But then it says, this is pure buddhi, but how do we achieve that pure buddhi? And this is where the yoga enters into the picture. If the mind and the senses are under control, the wisdom is steady, and then the buddhi is pure. As a matter of fact, if you read, I think, the second verse in Patanjali's Yoga Shastra, and he says, Yoga Chit Vritti Nirodha. What is yoga? It is the containment of all the vrittis, all the modifications, desires which arise in mind, complete control of them. So, what by buddhi yoga means is that one has to perform a process, go through a training, such that our buddhi becomes pure. And once buddhi is pure, it has the usual required wisdom and the willpower to do the right action. So this is exactly the definition of yoga as given by Patanjali has said. So, and how do you achieve this pure buddhi? Yoga, because chitta vritti in a row, how do you achieve this chitta vritti in a row? It's a tremendous title by itself. But the simplest answer to that is we must do some actual spiritual practice, spiritual discipline. We must not talk, read, it's not enough. Until unless one does not perform, does not do some spiritual practice. And in the Sanskrit word is sadhana. Some sadhanas for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or whatever time one has for is absolutely essential. So, I've gone through so many steps, and it's quite possible that one gets lost. Now, what's going on here? What I'm talking about. So, in a nutshell, spiritual discipline or sadhana comes first. And that is the foundation of the whole thing. Whether you call it art of living or whether you call it yoga, karma. As one practices, this is now the movement of the individual, as one practices sadhana diligently and sincerely, both of them are essential. We cannot, we do it, mind you, it's superficial sadhana as well. When we go to do this sadhana, mind is somewhere else, but I'm going through the motions. That doesn't do anything. So, it has to be a sincere practice. The buddhi of the aspirant becomes more and more pure. And then what happens? The sattva in the buddhi increases. And the personality of the aspirant becomes more and more like a God man. The aspirant grows in wisdom and slowly and surely gets established in buddhi. Then whatever action then one does, because the wisdom is there, because the power of discrimination is behind the mind, whatever action gets done, it automatically gets done according to the spirit of karma yoga, and automatically turns efficiently as well as keeping the final goal in mind. Then one doesn't have to think about it. So that is the power of this word yoga or yoga. And then, as one gains in wisdom, one is able to pursue all actions more and more according to the spirit of karma yoga and caution. This establishment in the yajna spirit. You remember, all my actions are being done according to karma yoga. So the yajna spirit is there. As true karma yoga is the real art of living. Thus, true art of living is nothing other than living the buddhi yoga way, and which is what is karma sukhasalam as well. One can ask, well, it takes me, I don't know how many years to get to the final goal, become a sattvic person, this buddhi yoga thing, but in the meantime, what's going to happen? Am I not going to gain anything? And that is the beauty of this yoga of buddhi, that even a little effort will help. Even the first day, one will be able to see what the results are, how it affects. And Bhagavan tells us again, Swalpamasya dharmasya trayate mahtvah. Even a small effort protects us from tremendous problems. This is verse 40 in the second chapter. And he says, just focus on these words, think about them. It says, in this buddhi yoga, there is no waste of unfinished attempt, nor is there production of any contrary results. And in other words, this is an 100% whatever you put in, that's what the benefit comes out of that. Nothing gets wasted. Everything is 100% efficient. There is no waste of unfinished attempt, nor is the production of any contrary results. Even a little of this dharma, buddhi yoga, protects one from great fear. And finally, I like to end it by simply saying, granted that this ideal seems to be too high and almost impossible to achieve in practice. However, it can be done if we pursue the sadhana. One will see that it becomes second nature as a matter of fact. And on the other hand, from the universal point of view, just think about that. There is no other way. If we do not do this little bit of sadhana, the chaos outside in our relationships, in society, is going to keep on increasing and increasing and increasing and increasing. So this is the only way, rather than trying to convert somebody else to something else, let me convert myself first. Put that practice, let me practice it a little bit. Everything else will take care of itself. This is why Bhagavan says in the Gita somewhere, beautiful word and very important. Satatam yogina tells Arjuna, be a yogi all the time, not for half an hour a day or an hour a week or anything like that. And to me, the translation of that is very beautiful. You know, that commercial of Nike, just do it.